I take it that they did a story about her and Papooses' time in Hawaii. Additionally, it is stated that Papooses' side chick suddenly appeared and declared, "I'm in Hawaii sitting pretty too." Remy Ma has already revealed that Claressa is not alone and that she has been yearning to have Poos by her side. She is, after all, a what do you call it? I am not discounting her accomplishments, but she is clearly the best in her class, has won numerous titles, and is that chick, you know? She is the best fighter, boxer, or whatever you call her. To be honest, I don't want to argue with her, so I'm going to stay at home. Kay's frightening live broadcast has once again sent social media into a full meltdown, something that no one anticipated. She attacked boxing champion Claressa Shields in her trademark audacious manner, accusing her of fabricating a significant portion of her life story. The same story that contributed to her public persona as one of the most influential and strong women in sports. Tasha claims that the portrayal of Claressa that viewers see on television, the champion, the hero, and the survivor is not totally authentic. Tasha asserts that there is a part of Claressa's past that has been meticulously concealed for years behind the awards, sponsorships, and stirring speeches. Tasha presented a series of accusations that stunned the internet during a 2-hour live that attracted thousands of people. She claimed that in order to appear more empathetic, Claressa had embellished some of her travels, misrepresenting her struggles in order to draw sponsors and admirers. Tasha's assertion that Sierra Mitchell, who is known to be Papooses' side chick, was formerly a member of the team assisting Claressa in creating her public persona was even more startling. Tasha claims that Sierra, who reportedly works as a branding consultant, has turned against Claressa and is getting ready to reveal all of the information, including voice notes, screenshots, messages, and receipts. Tasha added that in order to prevent a negative occurrence from making headlines in 2018, Claressa had previously paid hush money. She implied that some aspects of Claressa's ascent to prominence weren't as tidy as they seemed by bringing up a sealed police report and a bribe, trainer associated with her early boxing career. Tasha now asserts that Sierra intends to make public documentation, digital evidence, texts, and even a check stub, demonstrating that Claressa's meticulously constructed narrative was founded on falsehoods. There has been conflict between these two before. For years, Tasha has been criticizing Claressa, frequently pointing out discrepancies in her timelines and interviews. However, in the past, people largely disregarded her, thinking it was simply another attempt to create controversy. However, people are listening this time. Many others questioned whether there might be some truth to the commotion after seeing the data she provided, which included financial records and old screenshots. Claressa's reputation has consistently been the story of a fighter, a Flint, Michigan girl who overcame hardship to win a gold medal in the Olympics and a world championship. Millions were moved by her narrative, particularly young female athletes. Tasha's assertions, however, gave a very different impression. She referred to it as a contrived story and implied that some of Claressa's early hardships were fabricated to make her seem more accessible. Then Tasha introduced Papoose into the conversation with yet another shocking revelation. She said that years ago, he helped Claressa revamp and clean up her public image for broad audiences by introducing her to Sierra. Initially, it worked. Claressa gained a large following on social media, secured significant sponsorship deals, and even began filming a Netflix documentary about her life. However, Tasha claimed that things began to go wrong behind the scenes. She claims that unpaid money caused a significant rift between Claressa and Sierra. After assisting Claressa in closing many deals, Sierra was allegedly promised a sizable payout. However, tensions increased when she didn't get the entire amount. Even a wire transfer from Claressa's business, C Shields Promotions LLC, to Sierra that appeared to be a termination settlement was displayed by Tasha. Tasha gave it a call hush money, an effort to discreetly terminate the partnership before any information became public. Sierra is apparently prepared to speak out now that her non-disclosure agreement has ended. According to Tasha, Sierra has recordings of Claressa acknowledging that. In order to win sympathy, she embellished some of her training and experience. Fans were deeply affected by that part. Claressa was a role model because of her honesty and work ethic. Her reputation might be destroyed if those allegations are accurate. Social media exploded after the live stream concluded, while female organizations expressed dissatisfaction and accused Claressa of employing phony struggle marketing to promote empowerment. Sports writers started looking for explanations. Some claimed that in order to gain sympathy and sponsorships, she fabricated suffering into a plot point. Even worse, there were whispers that Netflix had secretly put a stop to the filming of her next documentary until the uproar subsided. According to reports, companies like Gatorade and Under Armour, who were allegedly in negotiations for deals, withdrew. Claressa's silence only served to heighten the stress. She is usually eager to voice her opinions, but since the broadcast, she hasn't posted or gone live, which has increased suspicion. Ciara's internet fanbase has grown rapidly in the interim. Her posts have been filled with cryptic statements, such as "the truth always finds light," giving a hint that she's prepared to reveal everything. According to some insiders, she has years' worth of evidence, including voice notes and contracts, that might permanently damage Claressa's reputation. Celebrities have begun to respond as well. More conjecture was sparked when Nicki Minaj liked one of Tasha's postings about the subject. Now, fans are split. While some claim Tasha is merely pursuing influence, others think she is revealing something genuine. But one thing is for sure. There is no end in sight to this drama. For Claressa Shields, both inside and outside the ring, everything might change if Ciara makes public what Tasha says she possesses. And Tasha K has found herself squarely in the middle of another storm once more. One that's just growing louder every hour. Drake fueled the flames with a mysterious tweet that had only one emoji, which fans instantly took as a jab at Claressa Shields. It couldn't have come at a worse time. Speculation erupted on social media in a matter of minutes. Actress Megan Good intervened after that, writing on Twitter, "Sometimes women hurt women more than men ever could." Twitter was in disarray after just a single sentence. Even Claressa's former teammates started speaking out as the criticism increased. After years of silence, former training partner Monica Reed declared she was now prepared to share her experience. In just 1 hour, her message had almost 50,000 followers. The internet went into overdrive when she announced a few minutes later that Tasha K will be having her first exclusive interview. Claressa's camp reportedly descended into chaos in the meanwhile. Her PR representatives became utterly silent, and her management team ceased answering questions. Insiders claim that her attorneys have counseled her to hold off on speaking in public until the uproar has subsided. However, that quiet has just exacerbated the situation. The rumors get louder the longer Claressa remains silent. On social media, fresh screenshots have started making the rounds. Some purportedly displayed confidential correspondence between Papoose and Ciara talking about how to maintain order. According to another, it depicts Claressa in a panic over an impending leak and asking how long they could keep it under control. The internet has already decided whether or not any of it is true. People are taking sides. Both those who think Claressa has been exposed and those who think she is being unfairly singled out. As things appear to be settling down, Tasha K came back with yet another shocking revelation. She made public a brief audio snippet that she said was a Claressa and Ciara phone conversation. "You think Tasha's going to save you? Is a woman's voice heard on the recording? She will misrepresent you and make you appear foolish." Tasha said it was evidence of intimidation and insisted the voice belonged to Claressa. The fans were taken aback. While some claimed it sounded real, others countered that it might have been a fabrication. In any case, it rekindled the debate. Tasha wasn't finished, though. She revealed a second revelation that was unrelated to Ciara. This time, it was Monica Reed, another boxer. Claressa supposedly ruined Monica's career years ago, according to Ciara. Tasha claimed that before a significant qualifying bout, Claressa shared manipulated training film of Monica, giving the impression that she was unprepared and lethargic. According to reports, the video became viral at the time, harming Monica's confidence and reputation. Monica lost the match shortly after and disappeared from view. It appears that the disappearance may not have happened by accident. The hashtag #MoniK went viral on all major media when Tasha disclosed Monik's name. Her old posts were inundated with supportive remarks from thousands of admirers who demanded responsibility and justice. Those who had previously hailed Claressa as a strong woman started to doubt all of their preconceived notions about her. Tasha made a suggestion that she wasn't finished yet. She also claimed to have deleted videos, private emails, receipts, and PR logs that demonstrated how Claressa supposedly planned smear operations against other fighters in order to save her own reputation. "This isn't about hate. It's about truth," she said, promising to share more in a future broadcast. Claressa's once impeccable reputation was rapidly deteriorating at this time. Sponsors began to silently pull away. She was taken off from the websites of several promotional partners. Additionally, industry insiders claim that a number of businesses have put a halt to negotiations until the situation is resolved. Even though nothing official has been confirmed, Claressa Shields, who battled her way from nothing to become one of the greatest athletes of her generation, was regarded as an inspiration for many years. However, her legacy is now in jeopardy. Celebrities, sportsmen, millions of followers have been drawn in by what started as a single blogger's complaint and has now become a full-fledged media storm. One thing is certain, regardless of the veracity of the accusations, this tale has shaken like never before in the sports world. Event planners started to reschedule Claressa Shields' appearances, and her highly anticipated Netflix project was abruptly put on hold. Her legal staff was putting in extra hours behind the scenes. According to insiders, her attorneys were going over every agreement and transaction, fearing that any information that was exposed might result in defamation lawsuits or even possible fraud investigations. What began as internet rumors has now become a financial and legal nightmare. Sierra, meanwhile, persisted in her methodical, gradual social media expos. Everyone was captivated by her cryptic posts. According to one message, the truth never dies. It simply awaits the ideal moment. Despite the overwhelming pressure from fans to share all the receipts at once, she appeared to relish the tension and only disclosed enough to keep the internet buzzing. Then a significant turning point occurred. At last, Monik Reed shared her story live on Tasha K's show. Tears were running down her face, but she was determined to speak her truth despite her obvious tremor. Monik described how she thought Claressa purposefully ruined her boxing career. She asserted that Claressa had disqualified her from sponsorship offers and disseminated false information about her mental illness in an effort to crush competition. "I admired her," Monik remarked quietly. "In this sport, I considered her to be my sister, but she saw me as a danger." Tasha K gave a big tease to round out the interview. "This isn't over," she added, leaning toward the camera. "Everything will change when I release what I'm about to release." The craze was rekindled by just one line. As people conjectured about what else Tasha might have, social media flew into a frenzy. Calls, witnesses, and possibly a covert lawsuit were leaked. Rumors circulated behind the scenes that Claressa's camp was ready to retaliate by bringing a defamation lawsuit against Sierra and Tasha. However, the harm already appeared irreparable even if she did follow through. Her tale was now a show for the audience. Her demise was being dissected by every major gossip site, sports website, and entertainment blog. Whether Claressa's legacy could ever recover was a topic of discussion on talk shows. Some said that she was the target of betrayal and jealousy from those in her own social circle. Others maintained that she had based her empire on lying and manipulation, and that this was karma. And at last, the truth was coming to light.